This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the WW Universe, the New Day, the Manny Faces of Positivity. The uh, the package I got is broken and cracked, so at least I don't feel bad about opening it up like I do sometimes with other figures. As a collector, of course, um, this is one of the ones I got off of eBay not too long ago. On the back, we see an image of him in what looks like a ditch near the Gray Skull Arena. I kind of feel like that might be lava there too, but I'm not sure. Up in the ring, it looks like the Ultimate Warrior is facing off against the Undertaker. And I have no idea what the little flying ship there is, if that is with a figure that I haven't opened yet, or if it's just some bit of artwork they decided to do. And of course, we show his powers, which is to turn his head. WWE Eternia, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your longest reigning tag champs combined into one epic superstar and feel the power of Grayskull. He has a unicorn horn on his head, which when I was researching him the little bit that I did not actually see what that's supposed to be for. Like, I know it's something with them because they would wear unicorn horns on their head, but I don't know the reason why. So you turn the unicorn horn to reveal Kofi Kingston. Turn it again and you can reveal Biggie. And one more turn and you get Xavier Woods. I did not know that this was actually supposed to be three different people in one. I just thought it was three strange expressions that they were using when I saw the package because I didn't read anything. We also have the cross cell on the back, the New Day, the Manny Faces of Positivity, The Rock, the most electrifying man in the WWE Eternia, The Undertaker, Dead Man Walking, and Braun Strowman, Ruthless Monster Among Men. Of course, after I open this one up, the only one left is The Undertaker, who is glow in the dark and is definitely one I want to get around to opening because, as I've said before, I love glow in the dark toys. Some background information on the New Day from the Wikipedia. The New Day is an American professional wrestling stable consisting of Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, which would, of course, explain the three different heads on the back of the package. The stable is currently performing in WWE on the Raw brand. Kingston and Woods currently perform as the standard tag team, and Big E is on hiatus after suffering a broken neck during a match on March 11th, 2022 episode of SmackDown. We will get into that a little bit more later, since that was pretty much the most interesting bit of information I found when I was looking at these. No offense to any of the guys, but, you know. Big E was born, and forgive me because everybody knows I can't pronounce names very well, Etor Ewan, born on March 1st, 1986. He is both a wrestler and a powerlifter. Kofi Kingston, born Kofi Nahaje Sarkadi Mensah, born August 14th, 1981, is a Ghanaian-born American professional wrestler. Like everybody else, he's signed to the WWE and performs on the Raw brand because, well, you know, that's what the New Day performs on. So it's kind of dumb to even say that. Xavier Woods, born Austin Watson on September 4th, 1986, and he is also a professional wrestler. Doesn't list any other jobs for him. They also had, as one of their gimmicks, besides wearing the unicorn horns, Booty O's cereal, which I vaguely remember hearing a controversy about this a number of years ago, probably when they first talked about it. But because people were upset because, booty and stuff. But apparently they actually did release the cereal at FYE and you could buy it back then. I looked it up online. It is out of stock now. It was also like $13 for a box of it. So, funny thing is, at least for all the text articles I saw, nobody who wrote one actually tried the cereal. I did notice briefly before I closed down my research that at least somebody on YouTube had bought a box of it to try. Although I would think at this point, if it was depending on how long it was out there and available, might be kind of stale. So, back in March of 2022, the New Day feuded with team of Sheamus and Ridge Holland in a match between teams on March 11th episode of SmackDown. And it saw Holland delivering an overhead belly-to-belly suplex to Big E at ringside, resulting in Big E accidentally landing on the top of his head. Placed on a stretcher, he was taken to a hospital. Later on, he revealed that he had a broken neck with fractures to his C1 vertebrae and C6 vertebrae, but no ligament or spinal cord injury. That is damn lucky. He also said that he would not require surgery for his injury and thanked people for their concern. In August of 23, he revealed that he had been advised by doctors to never wrestle again despite having no nerve damage or strength issues. Gee, I can't imagine why. He said, "They said hey, I would not wrestle again if I were you. So for me at 37, these things that I think about, I started this job at 23 years old and I probably had a bit of a death wish and was okay dying in the ring. Now at 37, would not like to die. Oh shit. I now at 37 would like to not die in the ring. I would like to do other things with my life. As of 2024, it is still unknown if Big E will ever return to WWE. I would expect if he did, because we've seen where plenty of wrestlers do little side jobs in the WWE, right? Because I always see stuff, like Piper's Pit, and I saw something where like Triple H was interviewing people. It looked like, even though he doesn't wrestle anymore either, I believe. So I don't see any reason why Big E couldn't come back and be like a commentator or, just get some kind of a little show bit that they could do. On his mini comic, this is of course in reference to a Manny Faces cover from the Masters of the Universe original mini comics line. I'll have to try to find an image of that. On the inside, we have The New Day, the Manny Faces of Positivity. The great battle has begun. A darkness threatens to consume WWE Eternia as the faction of evil superstars from parts unknown to control the balance of power. But the heroic superstars accept the challenge and defend the planet and determine who are the masters of the WWE Universe. I am going to have to go back and take a look at it because I believe this wording is somewhat different than the previous versions that we've had. Unfortunately, I don't have another one on hand at the moment. Height, Coffee, 6'0" Big E, 5 feet 11 inches. Xavier, 5 feet 11 inches. Weight, Coffee, 212 pounds. Big E, 285 pounds. Xavier, 205 pounds. Superstar powers, Coffee, Flight. Big E, Super Strength. Xavier, Hyper Intelligence. Foreign objects. Magical unicorn horn that allows New Day to switch from Coffee Kingston to Big E to Xavier Woods. Apparently, though, the unicorn horn does not allow them to grow a little bit taller since, Coffee is taller than the rest. Not by much, so I guess that 1 inch doesn't make that much of a difference. Xavier Woods, a superstar with the brains to spare. Yo, Coffee, looks like the superstars of WWE Eternia are rumbling for this title. Coffee Kingston, the heart and soul of New Day. Well, it ain't a rumble without the New Day, baby. So what do you say, E? Big E, the powerhouse of positivity. Let's go show these suckers what the power of positivity is all about. Together we can achieve anything. Together we can be a new beginning. Together we can overcome the obstacles because on the back, we of course get the cross sell once again, where we see the New Day, The Rock, The Undertaker, and Braun Strowman. Maybe I'll go ahead and do The Undertaker next, since, that will finish off this wave. Figure-wise, I think we will actually take a look at his one item here first. I think it's only one item that he comes with. Just because we can use that to poke it on his head. Here is his magical unicorn horn in all of its glory. It, of course, plugs into this little hole in the top of his head. Which gives us the ability to spin it around. Can you hear that noise on the camera? Sounds like there's something stuck in there. Ah, there is. There is some tape back there. Oh, you know what? I think the tape was to keep the head facing forward in the package when they packed it away. Well, just for the heck of it, let's take a look at his head. So there's a special design here. I'm pretty sure, and we'll take a closer look later, that this is the helmet that came with the Classics version of Manny Faces. So we've got the 3 different heads here. Xavier Woods, Big E, and Coffee Kingston. The head sculpts themselves are actually pretty good, but it's very sticky, which I'm guessing is from the tape. Maybe the tape wasn't actually on the helmet, but was actually on the head itself, and that's why. So that way they could all be packaged with the same head forward, or so the head doesn't turn in the package itself. That actually makes a little bit more sense than that being on the helmet. Just to point out here, he actually has a whole new body sculpt. Like, this is not a reuse of anything else in the Origins line, either for the regular Masters of the Universe or the Masters of the WWE Universe. And there is a bit of a paint issue right here. That's kind of sad. Because I originally was thinking that this was just going to be a harness still, like, normally. But it is not. So let's go ahead and put the head back in place. Unfortunately, the helmet does not actually click into place. It just literally just sits there. And the only thing that would hold it in place is the unicorn horn, which you also have to try to position in there properly, because there's a couple of little, I'm not going to say clips, but bumps that would go into that area. So our best bet at getting this to sit properly is to actually pay attention to what we're doing when we put the horn in this time. And that did sound like a nice, satisfying click. I don't know if you heard that. The horn itself is actually rubber too, by the way. So now we can actually turn his heads without turning everything else. We can move the helmet still a little bit. So articulation wise, he has a spinning head and he has a helmet that can look left and right a little bit. There is, oh wow. There is actually here a little bit on this for the back of the helmet to kind of keep it from moving too far, I would say. Although technically it probably shouldn't move at all based on the way that looks, but you know, does anyway. And now I got to try to reline this up again. All right, so we've gone over the head. Arm articulation. We've got the up, we've got the down, we've got a spin around. We have the elbow articulation. Like, it's standard articulation, but it doesn't seem to want to move quite as far, so it might be just a little stiff. It definitely feels more of a ratchet in there than I'm used to feeling. We have the option to spin the body around. He comes wearing the standard WWE diaper. And we can kick up, and we can kick back a far. We can kick out. He's got some blue on the inside of his thigh from the paint job. Or he's got a bad case of blue balls. The knee has, of course, the general not quite 90-degree to it that all the figures have. We've got, oh, there we go. We've got the boot cut. We have the ankle hinge and the pivot. And I would say it looks like he is using the same boots and footwear that Roman Reigns used. His right hand is a fist, and we've just got the armband painted rather than him wearing an armband. His other hand is a grabbing hand. Or I guess since he's a wrestler, it would be a grappling hand. Dun dun dun. Sorry. So, yeah, I'm honestly surprised that they created the new body for this, to be honest. This line must have been doing really well at that point. Comparison-wise, we have the Origins Manny Faces. They stand about the same height. However, as you look at it, they do not share the same helmet. I don't know if I've ever actually tried to take Manny Faces' helmet off either. I don't think you're supposed to. So I'm not going to try to mess with it because, you know, I don't have replacement Manny Faces aside from the mini comics one, and I don't want to damage my standard one. Although they did such a terrible job with the paint on this one. But that's not all. We have with us our classics version of Manny Faces. And I would definitely say the helmets are the same. Oh, his whole head popped off with that one. Actually. If we take a closer look at the two helmets, yep, they are the same helmet. This is the reused part from Classics, as has been most of the WWE items. But that means we can also have a little bit of fun with this, maybe. Oh, no. Damn. I thought we could swap out the heads, but no, we cannot. They have different pegs on them. I wonder if that was intentional? Like, they wanted to make sure people could not do that, which seems like kind of a stupid thing. But that mostly means you couldn't put Manny Faces' head there, but I don't see why you couldn't put the New Day's head on Manny Faces' body. I mean, it doesn't stay on there, but it does still work. That's kind of a shame, really. I mean, not that I would actually do that or display them that way, but just for the novelty of it, it is kind of fun to do. That being said, I wish I had been more into this line when it first came out, because I would definitely have gone for getting 3 of the big day, the New Day, sorry, in order to display all 3 of the heads. Because I actually do have 3 Manny Faces from the Classics line that I'm displaying with all 3 of the normal heads open. Although he does come with a second head that shows Skeletor's head, He-Man's head, and Orko's head. Based on an animated episode. Overall, I actually do like this figure. It's too bad he didn't actually come with a box of Bootios. That would have been glorious if they had done that. Absolutely glorious. I might have to actually just go ahead and print out the box on some cardstock and, just have it with them in the display when I finally get my WWE display set up with these figures. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. We are going to go ahead and have a wrestling match now. And so we will have the New Day versus Bray Wyatt, The Fiend. Up first for the New Day is Big E. Oh my God. That... I'm going to leave it in there, but that feels like bad taste considering. For our second matchup, we have Coffee Kingston. Let's see if he can take out the Fiend. Oh, crap! Oh, this is terrible. And for our final fight, we have Xavier Woods. I think the Fiend is winning. Well, at least they both stayed in the ring that time. Anyway, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and love.